Hey Tiffany, it's Meredith over at Grunge Muffin, and I'm answering your question about the program and events page and why the new information that you added is stylistically different and spatially different from the rest of it. So, the reason is because all of the other programs are in, I'm going to shrink this so it's easier for you to see. These are all different rows, and so all of the programs, you can see it's in this row that is called hashtag programs. And so when I open up this arrow, there's all the programs together. What we have here is two new rows that you added that are missing some of the stylistic properties that this big row has in it. So to add a new program, what you're going to do is open this main row that is titled hashtag programs, and you're going to come to where it says custom, and you see all these little fractions here. Well, what it's doing is it's dictating the layout of the row. So it's basically taking the row and it's dividing it up by columns, and you can see that there's a 1/3 column and a 2/3 column, and then there's a 1 by 1 column. So it's literally, it starts with a whole column basically, and then there's a column that's broken up into 1/3 and 2/3, and then there's a whole column, and then there's 1/3 and 2/3, and then a whole column, and then 1/3 and 2/3, and so on. So all you're gonna do is click on custom, and from here, this little plus sign over, we are going to tell it that we want to add another whole column and another 1/3 by 2/3 column. And then we're gonna hit update, and you see it adds it there for us at the end. And what we're gonna do is duplicate some of these elements that are up here. So we're gonna duplicate this separator and pop it into this whole column. And then we're gonna duplicate this single image and pop it into this column. And likewise, we're gonna duplicate this info block and put it there. Now it looks like you did that down here. You must have created a new row, you made it a whole column, you made another row, and you made it a 1/3 and a 2/3. So you did really great. The only thing is you just didn't add it into this main section that is called hashtag programs. So you were totally on the right track, and that's just what goofed you up. So now what I'm going to do is open up what you have here, and I'm going to replace that information in the Nature Explorer backpacks that I duplicated. So I'm just going to copy all this because you already wrote it out, so I don't need to reinvent the wheel at all. I'm going to assume that all this is as it needs to be. I will double check. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click preview, and that's going to open up another tab for me, so I can just double check myself. Just make sure that you didn't add anything else. No. And now I can go to single image, and I can select the image that you already uploaded. It's off the screen in this recording, so I apologize. And then I'm going to double check to see if you added a link, and it doesn't look like you did. Should we add a link? Maybe we don't need to. Okay, so if everything's good, I'm just going to go ahead and trash the ones that you would put in there. I'm going to hit update on the ones that I put in there, and then on the front end of the site, I'm going to go to that page. I'm going to hit to actually view it. I'm going to scroll down, and you can see now it stylistically matches in with the other pieces. And that's it. That's how you do it. I think that was all the question you had. You said working on it. Also had the line break. And you tried to copy the previous boxes. Yeah. So again, you did great. Your instincts were spot on. It's just adding it. And now you can see when I shrink this up, and again, I'm just going to shrink the row above it. There's just two rows here. It's just that this row is broken into more rows and more columns. And it's just it's literally just simple fractions: 1/3, 2/3, one whole, 1/1, 1/3, 2/3, and so on. You get the idea. But it's updated. You're good to go, good to rock and roll. And yeah, hit me up if you need anything else. Thanks, Tiffany. Bye.